Good evening, Program Director, Professor J.J. Tabani, the Deputy Minister present here, Pakstau, the Secretary General of the African National Congress. I'm not sure whether he's here yet, but in his absentia, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocol observed. My job this evening is very short and precise. It's not to give any speech, but to introduce Excellency Honourable Paul Mashatile, our Deputy President of the Republic and Deputy President of the ruling party, the ANC. I thought I need then to have a disclaimer so that no one should think that I'm from Alexander. I'm not from Alexander by any imagination. I only see Alexander when I pass on the N3. The reason why I'm raising that point is because the person that I'm introducing, he carries different names at different times, depending where you come from and how well you know him. And today I'm not going to deal with those names. And then secondly, in most cases, when people, they do the intro, they do the intro as if a person is looking for employment. You know, when people, they come from the Bantu education and they are taught how to write a CV or a resume, and they want them to talk about the whole story from the time when they go to primary school until they start working somewhere or something happened in their life. So I'm not going to do that with our Deputy President today. And safe to say, I will provide a short and brief and precise because he have cut his teeth in the struggle in various forms and shape, whether underground and above the ground. And I'm not sure also whether, you know, there are people at the times when you introduce them, you realize that they didn't go through the TRC. And the older generation, they will understand what I'm saying. Maybe he didn't go through the TRC because, you know, pre and post apartheid, there are certain things that were done unlawfully so according to the rules and the regulation and the legislation. That led to the arrest of him because he was doing certain things that were not allowed by the system as part of the struggle, as part of changing the narrative. And that's the reason why I'm saying some of the issues, I might then raise them here only to find the police are waiting for him outside and then he's then arrested. So I'm not going to do that. Hence, I'm saying there are a number of things that I need them to provide. Hence, I said he cut his teeth in the struggle from the COSAS days. Some of you might know that COSAS was banned. And when COSAS was banned, there was an organization called the Transvaal Student Congress in which he also played a role. And because of the ANC was banned and other political parties, he then played a role in the United Democratic Front, and he occupied various positions. And that led to the 1994 post the unbanning of political organizations, where he also then played a role during the Transitional Executive Council, because the 1994, there was a committee that led to all the preparatory work for the release of political prisoners, the constitution, and variety of other things. And I'm saying our deputy president have played that role in terms of being one of the committees and letting certain things done during that time. And now, fast forward, post-1994, He then played a number of roles in Gauteng, again in various forms where he was an MEC in different departments deployed by the ruling party, and that led also to him at one stage being the deputy minister nationally responsible for certain functions, again deployed by the ruling party. And again, fast forward, he then decided then to come back to Gauteng after he served as a premier. And I guess he was the fourth premier in Gauteng, and I think he steered the province to be stable. And during his period, we have seen decisive leadership. And if I'm not mistaken, is the first and the last and the only one who served 3 positions at national level, because at one stage is the TG, the Treasurer General, is the Secretariat, is the Deputy Secretariat. He occupied 3 positions. And, you know, I wonder if it was a vote within the top 6, he will basically carry 3 votes. And those are some of the things that you juggle around in terms of running an organization. I'm saying you have done all those things, and again, it's not simple. And that led to last year conference, where again, we have seen him contesting for the position of deputy president together with other people. And again, in the Gauteng style, he managed then to come glorious or victorious, and he was elected the deputy president of the Republic this year. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our deputy president of the Republic. And in his new role as a deputy president, he's responsible for government business relations, in which a transformatory agenda resides and dwells with him. And I don't think that with his experience in struggle, running Gauteng and various things, he's not going to disappoint us in driving a transformatory agenda in the economic sphere of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our Deputy President, Paul Mashatile. Thank you.